Module 11. Specific members of Phylognatharian. A very common cnidarian is a hydra. It takes on a polyp form with tentacles surrounding a central mouth on one end. The tentacles are covered with stinging nematocysts, and when they capture prey, they pull it towards the mouth for digestion. And not only are nematocysts on the tentacles of a hydra, they are also covering the entire outside epithelial layer of cells. I want to give you a closer look at these amazing nematocysts. They're kind of like harpoons, seated in a special structure with a pressure-sensitive trigger. When the trigger is tripped, for example when something brushes up against it, it will release the nematocyst, which will sink into whatever touched the hydra. It then will release its venom. Now that sounds pretty formidable, but think about it. This creature, and most other cnidarians for that matter, really has no other means of self-defense. It's very soft and cannot swim away from predators that might want to eat it. So these stinging nematocysts are a great way to not only catch food, but also to ward off predators. You may again realize that though these look like simplified creatures, nothing about their body structures is simple. So once any prey is captured, the tentacles will pull it into the mouth and then it moves to the sac-like gut. Digestive enzymes are secreted by the cells in the gut lining so that the food can be broken down. Once it's partially digested, more cells will take in the smaller pieces to complete the digestive process. After the nutrients are used, any wastes produced are released right out of the body into the water around it. Hydra can reproduce asexually and sexually. The more common method is asexual reproduction involving budding. A small bump will form on the hydra's side, and as more and more cells divide, they begin to form a body and tentacles. The small hydra then detaches from the adult and will attach to a hard substrate. To reproduce sexually, a hydra will form either egg or sperm cells and collect them in a small bump on its side. If the bumps are filled with sperm cells, they're called testes, which are organs that produce sperm. If the bumps are filled with egg cells, they're called ovaries, which are organs that produce eggs. Most hydra will produce either eggs or sperm, but some scientists have actually identified some hydra species that produce both. The gametes are then released into the water for fertilization.